Yeah, so my question was, like, is it easy for you to come up with names for the characters that you're writing? Obviously not the fairy tale characters, but the other ones.
I heard about every.
Okay, is that better? Okay, is it easy for you to come up with names for the characters, not the fairy tale characters?
Oh, I hope nothing happened to her. It sounded like something was going on in there. Yes, it is pretty easy. One character's name in the land stories that I had a hard time coming up with was the wolf's name, the son of the big bad wolf, who is head of the big bad wolf pack, who are terrorizing the kingdoms of the land stories in revenge of their father. I didn't know what to name him, and I thought like a Littlefoot might have been a little too puppy dogish. So I changed his name to Malumclaw, and Malum is Latin for evil, and Claw for wolf. So that was a tricky one, but luckily for me, I'm kind of still in characters from Brothers Grimm and Hans Christian Andersen, so that wasn't hard. They already named. Next question. Hi, Annie.
Hi, my question is that since you are 10, you met a lot of people, and I would like to know how they influenced the storyline and the characters.
Ooh, it wasn't until I started writing it again last year or so that I really realized that there were people that I had met in my life that were in the book in somewhat, the crinkly smile that I describe the twins' dad is something that runs in my family. My own dad has that smile when he smiles like this. The eyes get crinkled. The Diane Keaton smile, if you will. And I Red Riding Hood kind of might have been based on a cousin I might have, who might be watching. You know who you are. And of course my grandma. The grandma is based on a little bit on my deceased grandma. Who else? Let me look at this book. Let me see. Is there anyone else in here that I forgot to mention? Oh yeah, the fairies. Oh yeah, the fairies. The council, the Rainbow Council. The Emeralda is based on one of my friends named Pam. I won't reveal her last name because I don't want her to get a bunch of emails. But yeah, no. Emeralda on the Fairy Council is based on my good friend Pam, who's also a very strong, beautiful woman. And a lot of those fairy on the Fairy Council are based on people I know. So yeah, thanks for asking that.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Olivia.
I have a question. Who designed the cover? And if it was going to be a movie, would Oprah be casted in it?
Well, a man named Brandon Dorman, who I think is amazing, did the cover, and I hand-selected him off a list of illustrators that the publisher sent me, and I think he has just done an amazing job, and it really brought the characters to life, and Lord knows I did not make it easy for him, because I would send him so many notes about tiny little details, but he all made it spectacular. So I really hope he does a second one. And if Oprah was in the book, who would I cast her as? Well, God is not in the book, but I would cast her as God. Not... Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, hon.
Hi.
Where are you calling from?
England.
Oh, awesome. That's my birthplace. Well,
I wanted to ask, did any things that happened to you when you were younger, or any instances when you were younger, influence anything in the book?
Yes, I was in the hospital for quite a period of time when I was younger. I had an infected lymph node removed from side of my neck, and since I had, it was removed because I had some family history of stuff that involved. So they just wanted to take it out and make sure that everything was okay with me. That's why I have my scar on the side of my neck. and which everyone sees every time I sing anything in the choir room in Glee. There's always a big shot of mascara on my neck. Yeah, I think being a kid, being in the hospital for a while, really inspired me to think about adventures that I wanted to be having outside the hospital. And certainly when my sister got older and got sick herself, I would watch her have the same issue where she didn't want to be in a hospital bed. She wanted to go out and play. And so I really wanted to write a book where kids who might be in a situation like that, who might be stuck somewhere, could read this book hopefully and have an adventure outside their own element.
I plan to read it to my little sister.
Oh, I hope you both like it. Don't listen to the audiobook because I tried to do your accent and I'm not sure if it worked now, but just know. Okay, no, I mean it's not your accent. It's a classic accent, which is the American way for saying I have a bad British accent. Okay, there you go. Next, would you like For the Land Stories to become a movie one day? And if so, who would you like to play Alex and Connor? The thing about the movie talk is I really want this just to be a book for a while. And if a movie is made of it, I want it to be something that people want. I don't want it to be a movie made that no one really wants to see and no one really likes the book that much. I want it to be wanted, and I want it to be people to be excited about it. I think by then anyone who would be playing Alex and Connor might be probably, like, I'd say maybe 8, 9, or 10 right now. So I probably want to pick people that were completely unknown, and maybe people like me who had been auditioning for years and never got a job. I'd probably be very tempted to cast people like that. So submit headshots and resumes if you are 8, 9, or 10, and for about 5 years or so, we might give you a call. Cool. Here's the next question. How is the feeling to see something that is inside your mind your whole life become truth? Kisses from the same place, Brazil, which I can't pronounce. I'm so sorry. One more. I love you. That's all. That's it. That's the only thing she had else to say. It's great, honey. Thank you so much. It's really surreal, especially because I feel like these guys are kind of all my imaginary friends from childhood. It's really a little nerve-wracking to be sending them out in the world because not only were they kind of my best friends growing up, even though they didn't exist, they also are kind of like my children in a way. So it's like I'm sending my children out there who were once my imaginary friends to strangers. So it's a whole complex, as you can imagine. But thank you for asking that. How do I pronounce that? Say it again. Rio de Janeiro. I've heard of it a million times. Can I pronounce it? Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. My question is, how do you transition from writing like a screenplay to writing a novel? Because I'm used to writing novels and I'm having a really hard time writing a screenplay.
Oh, really? Usually it's the opposite because usually I find screenwriting easier just because you write less for the story. With a novel, you got to write everything. You got to write like all the words, the words.
Yeah, and I love doing that, but with screenplays, I have a really hard time doing it.
I think the easiest to write a screenplay is to get a screenplay.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Okay. Sorry about that. Someone forgot to pay the internet bill. Thank God we caught him just in the nick of time. And to answer the girl's question, oh, there you are. Hey, good to see you again.
Hi. Hi.
Sorry answering your question. There are simple programs you can get online or at or that just formatting wise, which is really really helpful. Which certainly helped me a lot. Because when you format it, it's no fun. That kind of takes the fun out of it. I don't know. I think really when you're writing a screenplay, you're just writing all the action that you would for a novel. So and the same thing with novel writing. Just get it all out. Get the story out of your head, and then go back and perfect it later.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, I think we're gonna go to. Oh, hi, Sarah.
Hi. I just wanted to ask you what was your favorite fairy tale when you were a kid, and what was the most interesting one to write about?
Could you turn up your volume, hon?
Sure. Better?
There you go. Awesome. So, was your question? What was my favorite fairy tale?
Yeah. And what is the most interesting one to write about?
One more time. Sorry, honey.
What is the most interesting one to write about?
Ooh. I think I had the most fun with Snow White because I gave the evil queen a backstory. And there really hasn't been much of a backstory for Snow White. Usually it's a story retold or told again, but there's never really been too much of a backstory for the classic story at least. So I had a lot of fun with that. Yeah.
Okay,
thank you.
I want to say greetings from Germany, and I love you. You're amazing.
Oh, thanks. The the Brothers Grimm, the Black Forest are right there. So I wish I was in Germany right now. Yeah, I will. I'll try.
I just wanted to ask, first of all, what advice do you have for aspiring writers who want to get into the business? Because it's like, I have no idea where to go.
I would say, first of all, stick with your story. Whatever story you want to tell, stick with it. Develop it. Make sure that it is as good as it possibly can be. And then just start contacting literary agents and publishers.
Thank you so much. You were such an inspiration.
Get them to read your stuff. Yeah. Luckily for me, I had
Thank
easy.
You so much.
At least they wanted to read what I had to say, but had I not been on Glee, that's probably what I would have done. If I would have annoyed the crap out of everyone calling them up. All right, next question. Oh, this is the last question too. Hi.
Hi. Oh my God.
Hi. Is it good?
Oh my God. Hi. Yes.
Hi. What's your question?
Hi. I just want to ask. You write a movie and the book, and did you want to write a TV series?
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to write a TV series. Although I probably couldn't do every episode because that's a lot of work. That's why TV shows have staffs of writers. But I would love to come up with stuff. And where are you from?
I'm from Israel.
Say it again.
Israel.
Israel. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much for your question.
I love it.
Thanks. Okay. Cool. Do we have another question, or is it? Is this it? Oh, I think we're done. Yeah, I think. Thank you guys so much. I think we're done. This has been a great episode of CC 360. I think I've been just as good as Anderson Cooper. I hope you agree. And thank you so much for all your questions. And I really hope you guys like the book. So thank you so much for being with me today. So thanks. This is what it looks like in case you're at a store. You want to pick it up. It's about that thick. So if it's any other size, it's a ripoff. Do not buy it. Cool. All right. Thank you guys so much.